boys and girls. Welcome. Today is Friday, finally. And today is lesson 19. We also have a checkout. So wait for my call after you do this lesson. Make sure you practice reading the story because remember, when you read, you need to do it under 1 minute. So let's start. Okay, we're going to start with our vocabulary words. Okay, we're going to do column number 1. Put your finger on word 1. Remember, you're tracking and you're answering on signal. These words have more than one part. The first part of each word is underlined. Word 1. What's the underlined part? Get ready. Yes, me. What's the whole word? Get ready. Yes, kneeled. Word 2. What's the underlined part? Get ready. Yes, hail. What's the whole word? Get ready. Hailstone. Good job. Word 3. What's the underlined part? Get ready. Yes, grip. What's the whole word? Get ready. Yes, gripping. Word 4. What's the underlined part? Get ready. Yes, drown. What's the whole word? Get ready. Yes, drowned. Word 5. What's the underlined part? Get ready. Yes, playful. What's the whole word? Get ready. Yes, playfully. Let's go back to word 1 and let's read these words again the fast way. Word 1. What word? Kneeled. Word 2. What word? Yes, hailstone. Word 3. What word? Yes, gripping. Word 4. What word? Yes, drowned. Word 5. What word? Yes, playfully. Let's go to column 2. We're going to read these words the fast way. Fingers on word 1. Get ready. Yes, actually. Word 2. What word? Yes, stung. Word 3. What word? Yes, marble. Word 4. What word? Yes, dense. Awesome job. Now, for today, there's no information passage. So, right away in section B is our story. The error limit is 11. So, make sure that at this time you practice reading the story on your own. You press pause in the video, read it on your own, and when you're done reading the story, you press play so that I can read you the story and ask you some questions. Okay, at this time you should have already read the story on your own. And now I'm going to see if I can put this here, right there. And make sure that you're following along and you're listening so that you can listen and answer the questions. Ready? I'm going to start reading. Let me get my book ready. And okay, ready? The storm. If the wind hadn't started to blow, Umu and Ula would have drifted west to the other side of the C-shaped ice floe, but the wind blew them off course. What does that mean? Get ready. Yeah, that it just made them go a different way that they had than the way that they had planned, right? So, what would have happened if the wind hadn't started to blow? Get ready. Yeah, they would have gone west in the direction where they were supposed to go, right? To the next part of the ice floe. Let's continue reading. The wind was blowing from the shore, directly from the south. The wind blew everything north. Everybody, in which direction was the wind blowing the ice chunk? Get ready. Yes, north. What was in the ocean to the north? Get ready. Yes, the killer whales. Let's continue reading. The last place in the world that Umu and Ulak wanted to go was north. Umu noticed that the ice chunk was already very close to the end of the ice floe. Once the ice chunk went past the ice floe, there were currents that would take it farther and farther into the ocean, where it would melt. Uh-oh. Where would the currents take them? Get ready. Yeah, way farther into the ocean. So what would happen then? Get ready. Yeah, the killer whales could get them. The ice chunk can melt, right? So, and the water is very cold. Keep that in mind. Let's continue reading. Help! Help! Umu shouted, but her voice was small against the sounds of the wind. The wind howled, it whistled, it made great blowing sounds, and it threw water so hard that the drops stung when they hit. So, everybody, could her voice be heard very far? Get ready. No, right? Why not? Get ready. Yeah, because the wind was way louder than her voice. So, how did the drops feel when they hit Umu? Get ready. Yeah, they stung. Keep in mind that this is freezing water. So, when it hit them just like that, it hurts. It's painful. Let me continue reading. Help! Umu shouted. The waves were crashing over the side of the chunk now, almost washing Umu into the ocean. She tried to keep her face turned toward shore. Help! She hollered. So, let's continue reading. Suddenly, she heard Ulok's voice behind her. It was almost drowned out by the sound of the wind. What does that mean? It was almost drowned out by the sound of the wind. Get ready? Yeah, that she could barely hear his voice because the wind was so loud. Umu, Umu, he called. She turned around and looked at the ice chunk, but she couldn't see Ula. He had been washed into the water. Then she saw his hands. They were gripping the top edge of the ice chunk. So where was Ula? Get ready. Yeah, he was in the water. So what do you think happened to make him fall into the water? Get ready. Yeah, the wind could have knocked him off. The he could have like a wave could have hit him, right? So let's continue reading. She slid over and looked down into the water. I can't get up, he shouted. She rolled onto her back and let her legs hang over the side of the ice trunk. Grab my legs, she shouted. So look at picture one right here. You look at picture one. Mine, the glare doesn't let you see, but you should be able to see it in your textbook. Uh, Picture one shows Ulok in the water and Umu on her back with her legs hanging over the side of the chunk. You can see how big the waves are. How is she going to try to get Ulok out of the water? Get ready? Yeah, maybe she's going to pull him up with her legs or she's going to let him climb, right, by using her legs. Let's read. Ready? You're listening. He grabbed her legs. He started to climb up, but when he did, he almost pulled Umu into the water with him. She started to slide, and she probably would have slid into the water if that big wave hadn't hit the ice chunk. So she probably would have slid into the water if something hadn't happened just then. What happened? You ready? Yeah, a big wave hit the ice chunk, right? So Ulak was on the side of the ice chunk that faced the ocean. Everybody, was he on the side facing the shore? Ready? No, right? So which side was he on? Ready? Yeah, the side facing the ocean. Let's continue reading. The waves were coming from the shore side of the ice chunk. Just as Umu was sliding off, a huge wave hit the shore side of the ice chunk. It lifted up the shore side and then pushed it very hard. The wave actually slid the ice chunk right under Umu and Ula. In fact, It moved the ice chunk so fast that Umu and Ulok ended up right in the middle of the chunk. So look at pictures 1, 2 down here, and then if we turn the page, picture 3 over here. The arrow in each picture shows the direction the waves and the wind are moving. Everybody touch picture number 1. So let's go back to touch picture 1. The wave is just starting to reach the ice chunk right here, as you can see. And you can see Umu sliding into the water, which is right here. Now, if you go to picture 2, the wave is now under the ice chunk right here, and the ice chunk is really tilted, right? As you can see, it's more lifted. And now we go to picture 3, right here. It's now the wave is carrying the ice chunk. So now it's completely under and it's carrying the whole ice chunk. And along, the chunk straightened out so fast that it flipped Umu and Ulok into the middle of it since it just flipped. Okay? Just so you can get a mental picture of what's going on. Okay, now I'm going to read. This part is very important because our checkout will be on this part, so make sure you're paying attention and you're following along, okay? Ulok looked very frightened and cold. His eyes were wide. Umu tried to hold on to him and keep him from slipping off. Are we going to die? He shouted. No, we're okay, Umu said. She was lying. She didn't see any way that she and Ulok could survive. Then suddenly, the wind died. Uh-oh, what does that mean? Get ready. Yeah, that it suddenly stopped, right? The wind stopped blowing. Okay, let me continue reading. The waves still rolled and continued to push the ice chunk beyond the floe, but the big wind had stopped. Rain and hail started to fall. The rain and hail made more noise than the wind had made. Help! Umu shouted, but she was starting to lose her voice. What did that mean? She was starting to lose her voice. Get ready. Yeah, that she could hardly talk anymore, right? So, everybody, would anyone be able to hear her anyway? Get ready. No, right? So, let's shout together, she said to Ulak. 1, 2, 3. Help! Say that the way that they said it. Go. Very good. Now, I'm going to continue reading. They repeated the shout again and again until they could not yell anymore. Still, the rain and the hail pounded down. Even though the rain was cold, it was much warmer than the ocean water. So, everybody, which was warmer, the rain or the ocean water? Get ready. Yes, the rain. So, which was colder? Get ready. Yes, the ocean water. I'm going to continue reading. After half an hour, the rain began to die down. When the rain had been coming down very hard, Umu had not been able to see more than a few meters. Now she could see where they were. The ice chunk was near the top of the C-shaped ice floe, and it was still moving north. Umu looked to the ocean, past the ice floe, and she could see them. 5 or 6 of them. Sometimes they would roll out of the water so that she could see the black and white markings around their heads. Sometimes they would move along with only their fins above the water. Umu saw the killer whales, but she didn't say anything to Ula. Oh, can't wait for the next story, the next part of the story. So, this time we're done with the story. It's your turn to do your spiral work. Remember your paper from 1 through 20. Answer the questions. And don't forget to also do your workbook. So lesson 20, um, lesson 19, sorry. Lesson 19, answer the questions and be ready for my call so that I can call you and you are ready to read. Bye, guys.